Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We know that you are here because you're planning to attend the Biomedical HIV Prevention Summit taking place in about 12 days in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, my team and I will go over some basic information about the conference and what we have planned. MAC, our program committee, host committee, faculty, and all of our partners have curated a great program for you. Feel free to submit questions during the presentation so that we can address them at the end. I'm joined today by my wonderful team. Allison McKeithen, the Assistant Director of Conferences, is responsible for leading everything involved with the summit this year, so please give her your kudos. Shante Gray, our Senior Registrar and Meeting Planner, is responsible for all things registration, all of our systems, as well as scholarship processes. So we know she is a very popular person. And our newest staff person, Diane Ferguson, who serves as our conference coordinator. She'll be working on all of the breakout logistics, so make sure to welcome her to the conferences department. So without further ado, let's get started. Allison?
Awesome, thank you. Welcome, everyone. It is my pleasure to kick this whole thing off by giving you some of the most interesting things happening at the summit this year, which are our plenary sessions. You may have noticed from going to our website that this year we are focusing on sex and pleasure. And our opening plenary dives right into that topic. So the topic of the plenary is titled, Sex is Natural, Sex is Fun, the Politics of Sex and Pleasure in the Age of Pandemics. This plenary has some great speakers who are going to be giving their personal accounts about what pleasures them, stigmas that they might deal with while doing that, serving the community while also trying to find people in these communities to make sure that they're also getting their health needs met, and learning about PrEP and taking care of themselves while still maintaining those things that they like to have pleasure with and their little special kinks. During this plenary, we're looking to have some fun, so hopefully you come dressed as your natural, fun self. We'll also be playing a couple of games, hopefully find out a little bit more about you and what makes you pleasured and what keeps you happy and kinky. So just hopefully you'll be willing to share that with us. We'll have a little fun on that plenary. Next slide, please. The second plenary gets a little bit more serious. In the afternoon, we're going to talk about Tennessee and beyond, the fallout of refusing federal aid. You may have heard about the Tennessee legislation from Governor Bill Lee, where he has passed some anti-gender affirming, anti-trans health, and anti-drag show legislation. And what we're talking about is how do we prevent things like this from spreading across the country to other states. We know there are other states that have some legislation coming down the pipeline, and they're going to give us information on how to stop those things and how we can advocate in our communities. We have professionals who are working in the legal field who will give us the legal aspects of it. We have people who are also speaking from the advocate side of things. How do we reach out to our legislators and make a point made? And then we have some national organizations from the local communities like Tennessee to give their inside ground view of what's going on in their community and what we need to be aware of moving forward. Next plenary, next slide. We're bringing up our Black women. We're celebrating Black women this year. And so our third plenary, which is the AM plenary on April 12th, is taking control over our bodies, Black women, sex, violence, and HIV. We have these four beautiful, dynamic Black women on stage. They're going to be giving us some great information about programs focused on uplifting Black women. We're going to be getting some information from our researcher who's going to be giving us information about what's going on in research dealing with Black women and intimate partner violence, and also some personal accounts on situations that people have been in and how they've overcome and how they use their experiences to help their clients today. So these young women are going to give us some great information. I hope you're ready to hear their stories, and hopefully we can all learn how to uplift the Black women in our community and celebrate them, because we're all in this world together, right? So great one coming up. Lastly but not least, our closing plenary is going to be the PrEP Awards and a national PrEP program. We're going to start off talking about the National PrEP Program, getting into what it is, what kind of things you need to understand about how it affects you if you're a frontline worker, how it might affect you if you deal with the state and legislation or advocate, what kind of information do you need to know to make sure people maintain access to care? A lot of great information. Definitely one you want to pull out your pen and pad for, maybe grab a couple notes, get some good information to take back home with you. These professionals here are amazing. We have Joe Wong Ricalso from NMAC, my colleague. We have Vanetta Charles from ETR, Jeremiah Johnson from Prep for All, Amanda Reed from the National Department of Muskogee, National Department of Health, and JP Kano from the Resource Center. Great people, great information. I hope you love the information they're going to give. But then we'll wrap up this plenary with the Preppy Awards. This is our second annual Preppy Awards, where we celebrate prep campaigns from around the country. We had a great group of nominees nominated, and we've had them narrowed down to the top 3. We're going to show you all the campaigns, and then we're going to ask you to vote live on who our 2023 Preppy campaign winner should be. So come prepared to analyze, to vote, to love, to scream, and cheer on all these great prep campaigns. We're sure you're going to enjoy it and love it and celebrate our community's great work that we're doing out there. That concludes the plenaries. I'm going to toss it back to Tara.
Thanks, Allison. So let's go over the agenda. So we start on Monday with the registration. It's opening at 12 noon. We'll be there to 7 p.m. Also that day, we'll have the grand opening of the exhibit hall. And make sure to come because we'll have an opening reception for the first couple of hours. So if you're there, make sure to come to the exhibit hall. And the exhibit hall is in the Lita Ballroom on the 4th floor. So on Tuesday, April 11th, we'll be up with the Roosters, opening up registration at 7 a.m. and it'll go through 4 p.m. that evening. So breakfast starts at 7:30 that morning, and you'll have a chance to grab some food before we go into the plenary session. And just for those of you who haven't been to the summit before, we have a different meal setup for the summit. So we have our meals that are separate from the actual plenary session. So the idea is that you will go in, grab some food. We'll have like a buffet grab and go setup, grab something to eat, sit down, and then get ready for the plenary that starts immediately after. So the plenary is from 8:30 to 10, and then the exhibit hall opens. We'll go into our first session of workshops, and then we kind of have a repeat situation with the meals and the plenary that's starting. And then we'll have we'll go back to the exhibit hall after the plenary ends because it'll reopen, and we'll have some desserts there. And then you can get ready to go into your workshops again. Then today on this day, we'll have 2 afternoon sessions of workshops. And then our host committee, our wonderful host committee, is planning a wonderful welcome reception for us. And this will be in the plenary ballroom. So everything that I've mentioned so far, all of the events are happening at the Cosmopolitan. All right, next slide, please. Okay, so Wednesday is pretty much everything is the same except for the fact that we are ending at the end of the closing plenary at 2:30. We'll have registration, we'll have our breakfast plenary, 1 workshop session, go into the lunch, the plenary, and then we are done for the day. So you'll see we pack a lot within these few days. We get a lot accomplished, but before you know it, it's over. All right, next slide. Allison.
All right. So it brings me great pleasure to talk about this topic. These are our community corners. They are 15-minute curated sessions by our host committee. These small talks are going to be highlighting programs happening in the Nevada, Las Vegas area, giving some great insight to programs and things that they're doing, celebrate some of their accomplishments, let you know some of their challenges that they're working on as well. This is a great opportunity to get really in touch with our community members in the Las Vegas community as they are inviting us into their home. So please take some time and visit those community corners. They are happening when nothing else is programmed, so it should be a great opportunity for you to dip in there. So we have 2 locations this year. One is on our 4th floor level in the Belmont foyer, and the other is in our Condescent Commons on the 2nd level. Both will be well marked with signs so you can see what's going on in those places and the times. We will be posting the topics in the app so you can look there for those topics and figure out which one you want to go to. They are going to be exciting, but they are really fast, so make sure you get there on time. And they put a lot of great work into it, so I hope you do enjoy them. And yeah, go check out the community corners. Next slide, please. So now we're going to move on. This is a little more serious. I know a lot of you get approval to attend the conference for these very reasons, because you need to get your continuing education units so you can maintain your credentials, which is important to us as well. This year, we've been able to get accreditation from 4 organizations. Most of them are offering up to 12 continuing education units. Great, that's because we have 12 educational hours during this whole conference. So we are offering general CEUs from George Mason University. We're offering National Commission for Health Education Credentialing credits. We're offering the National Association for Social Worker credits. We also are going to offer, for the first time this year, the National Board of Public Health Examiners credits. The information on how to receive these CEUs is on our website and will be in the app as well. To get these CEUs, we are using an evaluation system. You have to complete the session-specific evaluations for each workshop you attend. You can do this through the app. That's the easiest way. We'll have a continuing education menu item on the side of the app. You'll be able to see that later. And you're going to click in there. You'll be able to do your session-specific survey. You'll select the title in that survey of the one that you attended. When you get down to the end of the survey, you'll put your name, your email address, so that we know that you're getting those credits. And then you'll move on, save it, and go on to the next survey and to the next workshop. This is the only way we're going to know that you want these credits, so make sure you go in there and do it. And just a reminder, if you're looking for the George Mason's general education units, they do charge $50 for their credits. So just keep that in mind. Again, this information will be available in the app. We'll also have a QR code available at registration, so you can scan the QR code for the continuing education info, and it'll pull up the session-specific evaluation there as well. All right, y'all, happy credit hunting. Next slide. All right.
All right, I'll take it. I don't know if you guys can tell, it seems like our internet is acting up, so I will stay off camera for now. But I wanted to highlight that this year we have the most exhibitors that we've ever had at the summit. Here's a listing of everyone that's coming between this slide and the next slide. But of course, all of this information will be in the conference app. It is in the conference app, as well as on our website. So in the app, you can select the exhibitor name and click on their assigned table number, and it will jump to the map directly where they're located. So it's a great feature. Next slide, and then the following slides. Yeah, so this is the remaining list of exhibitors. Again, it's on our website, but also on our app, and we'll cover that downloading the app in a little bit in the presentation. But yeah, so here is the diagram. We have a lot of people here. The entrance is actually at the top of the screen towards the right, so the top right of the screen. Then in the middle of the app, we'll have a lounge. We'll have a setup for F&B. Again, on Monday, we're having an opening reception at 3 o'clock. And on Tuesday, after the at the close of the afternoon plenary, we'll have desserts in the hall. So you can grab something to nosh on before you talk to some exhibitors, and perhaps go to some workshops. So make sure to go to the exhibit hall. Next slide. All right, so Shantae will take it over from here.
Thank you, Tara. And I'm gonna stay offline as well. I see the system is moving slow. So welcome everyone. I'll be going over the app. As you can see, please now, as we speak, download the app. It's 2023 Summit app. For the Apple phone, you go to the App Store, search 2023 BHPS and download it. And then same thing for the Android, go to the Google Play Store, search 2023 BHPS and download it. And I will show you a little demonstration on the next slide. Next, please. Play, please. So here's how you search it. You put in 2023 BHPS. hit search. You'll want to click on where it says Biomedical HIV Prevention Summit with the pretty colors. And here it is, downloading. So once you get started, you'll see a little bit of information about the conference on our welcome page. On your left, here's the columns to get you to everything, your schedule, the agenda, the sponsors, the continued education, and the workshops. Here it is just showing the agenda. Also, it shows which rooms the workshops are in. Yep, here are all our workshops in here. Again, you can go back to this tab and look at the exhibitors. You may want to highlight some exhibitors. That's all in this one tab. The exhibit hall map. So any map of the building is also in the app. So that's it. So it's very important to download the app. Here's the most, we will have the most updated information inside the app. Also, we will have a limited amount of documents with the workshops on it. We won't have a lot, but we will have some at the registration desk. But we highly suggest to download the app to familiarize yourself with where things are going to be. We have a fully packed 2 days, almost 3 days, but it's fully packed. So just make sure you download the app, familiarize yourself with the workshops that you want to go to. It'll be a good time to start looking to see which workshops you want to go to. You may have some other colleagues and y'all want to divide up and go to different ones. So it's almost the time to start looking at those things and getting ready for the conference. Next page, please. So social media, of course, we are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. When sharing the summit content, please put hashtag 2023 BHPS. We love to go back and look at these type of things and pull it and look at it and share your information. If you're on Twitter, you can add MAC community. If you are on Facebook, you can add MAC community as well. And if you're on Instagram, you can add MAC HIV. And all of this can be found in your app as well. Next, please. COVID-19 policy. We sent out an email 2 weeks ago, but it's also on our registration page that all conference attendees must be fully vaccinated, which fully vaccinated for the summit means that registrants have received the initial dose. Boosters are strongly recommended. Registrants must upload their vaccine card no later than Monday, April the 3rd. Now, this is the most important part that I hate to say, but if we do not receive the vaccine credentials, registrants will not be allowed to enter the conference. And so we have someone that could put the link in the, if you need the link, we'll put it in the chat session now, and we'll have the link. It has to be uploaded by Monday, April the 3rd. Once you get it uploaded, you will get a QR code or a green check. It's basically verified that your stuff had went through. At the registration desk, that's what we'll ask for, your QR link, your QR code from CrowdPass. And if you have any questions about this, any COVID-19 questions, any COVID policy questions, verification questions, please send us the email and we will make sure we get all answers, get everything answered today. Next slide, please. Registration badge email. So you'll get an email on Thursday, April the 6th and Sunday, April the 9th. This email will help expedite your experience at the registration desk. You will see this barcode right where the arrows point, and you'll see this barcode. When you come to the registration desk, we'll be asking for this barcode, the COVID vaccination barcode, and an ID. So just have those 3 things ready for us. We will get you in. We try to get you in no less than 3 to 5 minutes. The process is very short and very quick, but having this barcode help you seamlessly through the line. Next, please. Registration. So registration is located at the Belmont registration desk on the 4th floor. That's where you'll see me at. So if you have any questions for me, any of my scholarship folks, you want to see me, I'll be located at the registration desk. It's located at the Belmont registration desk on the 4th floor. Again, the Cosmopolitan is very big, so just come down to the 4th floor and you'll see the registration desk. And we'll have signs pointed all throughout the facility, but make sure you just come down to the 4th floor. I will be open Monday, April the 10th from 12 to 7 p.m. Tuesday, April 11th from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday, April the 12th from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Next. Conference meals. So the location of the conference meals is, again, it's on level 4 in Belmont 3, 4, 7, and 8. Breakfast and lunch are provided on April 11th and the 12th. We will have kosher meals available for those celebrating Passover. Contact the conference department if you need or would like to request a kosher meal. Breakfast is from 7:30 a.m. to 8:15. Again, breakfast is from 7:30 a.m. to 8:15. Please plan accordingly. Lunch is from 12 to 1. And again, that's on level 4. So here is a map of level 4 that I just talked about. Again, I told you earlier, registration is on level 4. I just tell you that your meals will be on level 4. So to me, it sounds like level 4 is the level that everyone should be coming at. So again, on level 4, we also have our exhibit hall. We have some of our workshops on level 4. The registration is on level 4. All of our plenaries and meals are also on level 4. Next slide, please. We also have a second level, which is level 2, and we'll have more workshops on level 2. Again, the best thing to do is check your app and look to locate where these workshops are. They're all located in your app, so you'll know if it's on either level 4 or level 2. Next slide, please. The hotel casino or the hotel has their own dress policy, and I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of it. The guests and visitors of the Cosmopolitan are required to wear resort attire and are prohibited from wearing hoods or hoodies or any kinds of face paintings. Shoes are required and tops and bottles must be covered. Sheer cover-ups or cover-ups that are closed are permitted while walking through the resort. Uncovered swimsuits are allowed inside pool areas only. Guests who need appropriate clothing or shoes can choose from several retail stores in the resort. Stricter dress codes are enforced at some of the Cosmopolitan's restaurants and nightlife venues. So that's just an FYI, that's the hotel casino dress policy. Next, please. All right, Diane.
Hello, everyone. We just definitely want to take the time out to thank our wonderful sponsors. The presenting sponsor is Gilead. The supporter sponsors are Janssen, Mister, Q Care Plus, and Vive. Next slide. And this concludes our presentation. We'd like to see if there are any questions.
All right, give me some questions, Chip.
Take it
Yes,
away.
and we have, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we have several. Let me go back up and start. Question about workshops. Will slides be provided in case folks want to attend multiple sessions? So I guess post-conference, people will have access to slides from different presentations.
We do request slides from the presenters, Hopefully they send them, and if they do, we'll upload them into the app and attach them to the workshop.
Question on the CEUs. Do you have to be a student at George Mason University to get their general education credits?
You do not. They're open for anyone.
Question about vaccines, that boosters are not required.
We highly encourage them. We know a number of people who have not gotten their booster or may not be eligible yet. So yeah, so when you're uploading your card and your credentials, they're only checking for the initial dose.
Okay. A couple of people are asking for the name of the app again. It's 2023 BHPS. It's also in the chat box. Let's see. Question if there'll be a program book.
Yes, there will be a program book. Chip, I'm sorry, I didn't want to steal your thunder.
It's okay.
Yeah,
there will be. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tara.
go ahead. There will be a program book. It will be shared next week. And once it's finalized, you know, we have lots of details to finish. So once it's finalized, it will be posted in the app as well. And we'll have a link for people to view it online.
When will we receive confirmation of vaccination cards received, and will we receive notice if it has not been received?
Yes, you will receive something from CrowdPass.
And if you haven't received anything, you're welcome to send on the website. There's a support email. Yeah, just make sure to send an email to that address, and they'll look into it and troubleshoot. And if you have them, feel free to contact us.
Yes.
Mac.org. Go ahead, Al. I'm shut down.
Also, let's refrain from sending your COVID verification card to our email. It's best that we work with the company. We don't want to know your personal information, but the company would definitely be able to help you. If you have not, I know some people have not logged back into their system. If you signed up for an account on CrowdPass, you can log back into your system and you can see if it was accepted or not.
Okay. Question, do we need to bring vaccine cards with us?
You don't need to have your physical, as long as you have a digital copy of it, we can accept it on your phone.
Can you repeat what all we need to bring with us for registration?
Sure. So you'll get a barcode. Two of them. It'll be sent out on Thursday before the conference, and then again on Sunday. So it's the barcode for your badge. It's also a check or QR code from Compass, which is our vaccination program that accept your information. And those are the two things that you need to get your badge.
Great. And I also wanted to add this, you know, for anyone who, I know that if you need to reference the presentation, it will be up on the website, Chip, what, in at least 2 days or so?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, great, thank you.
Question for registration. I use my correct name and not my dead legal name for registration. The name will not match my ID when I come to the registration desk. How should I proceed?
That's fine. You can, if you want to change it now, or if you don't want to change, you could let me know. We could update it. If not, you don't need your ID. You can shoot me an email actually, and then we could fix whatever that needs to be fixed to make you comfortable, whatever makes you comfortable.
What is considered resort attire?
Yeah, I'll answer that. Basically, what they want, resort attire is, you know, basically anything that's not what they describe. So they say that you're required to wear resort attire, but I think that they basically are describing it as anything that's, you know, not in that list of what they explained. So, you know, you're open to wear, you know, whatever you want as long as they're within those guidelines.
Will workshop presenters get to see their space beforehand?
Oh, you can.
There will-
Actually, sorry, Allison, we are setting up rooms before. So if you, depending on the time of your session. Allison, you want to add?
Yeah, there'll be brief periods before each session where you're able to go in and load up your stuff and kind of test the laptops in there and everything. So it works for you a little bit, a short period, about 15 minutes before you can present. Some people have longer times because they start in the morning, but the afternoon ones have about 15 minutes to do that.
Okay. If someone has a medical reason for not having the COVID-19 vaccine, is that something that can be reviewed?
Unfortunately, not everyone has to be vaccinated. We are not accepting, EMEX policies not to accept waivers.
Are masks required?
Masks are optional, but feel free to wear them if you like.
Who and where would I pay my $50 for the general education CEUs?
You would pay it directly to the school. There's a link attached to them. Once you fill out your forms, the CEUs, you'll get a whole thing of information from us about how to complete that process and get your CEUs from them.
Let's see. What information is needed for us for registration? I think we covered that. Any tips for a set of first timers to the summit?
Yes. So I guess the first tip is to make sure you download the app and get familiar about what's going on and what's around. Two, I highly suggest as when you get there to walk around and kind of familiarize yourself with things. The third best one is to network. Walk away with some names, some emails, simply set someone that you've never seen before, like literally network, find a new set of new friends, and that would make your experience so much better. And then come say hi to me. I'll make sure you have a good time.
Right, you covered it all.
Question again on the COVID vaccines. What if someone has a religious exemption letter and form?
Unfortunately, we also do not accept the religious exemptions.
Flight is arriving late on Monday. Is it okay to miss the events that are happening on Monday?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Chip?
Yeah, if someone says their flight is arriving late on Monday, is it okay if they miss events that are all happening on Monday?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not, the actual sessions don't start until Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday it's more of the registration and the exhibit hall opening up. And we'll be there
Okay.
bright and early Monday morning for you to come and get your badge.
Someone's asking if they're required to be at the exhibit hall on Monday from 3 to 7. No, unless you're an exhibitor. No, setting up for your exhibit. No.
Exhibitor?
It doesn't say if they exhibit. They're just asking if people are required to be at the exhibit hall on Monday.
The exhibitors are required to be at the exhibit hall on Monday to be ready for the 3 o'clock opening. And they have, if they're exhibiting, they received information on exhibit hall setup hours.
If someone with a question about, I'm trying to verify that it's for the vaccine certification, you can't get into the verification application, reset password is not working, can someone help?
Absolutely, send an email to the support email that's on that website, or feel free to send us an email. It's conferences with an S at nmac.org. It comes to all of us.
There are no more questions in the box at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, more questions.
Someone's asking, could these board ladies please introduce themselves again? We want to meet them in person.
I didn't hear that. Anyone?
I want the introduction again of who we are.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Tara Barnes-Darby. I'm the Director of Conferences.
I'm Shantae Gray, Senior Registrar and Meeting Planner.
I'm Diane Ferguson, Conference Coordinator.
And I'm Allison McKeithen, Assistant Director of Conferences, and I'm kind of the logistical lead for this conference.
So there's one thing that we didn't mention, I think, or Shante, you may have gone over it when we talked about the meals, but we know that our meeting is during Passover. So if you do, if you would like a kosher meal, just feel free to let us know in advance. We will have them available. Just send an email to conferences@amac.org.
We've had a couple more questions come in. Could you please state the name of the other registration besides the COVID one again? I missed it.
So it's our barcode. So basically you'll get a registration email. You'll get it the Thursday before the conference and you'll get it Sunday before the conference. The email basically has the barcode in it and or QR code barcode. And what you do, you can screenshot it on your phone, you can print it out. Basically, it's the way to expedite through the line. It takes about 3 minutes if you have this barcode, and all we do is scan it and your form, your I'm so sorry. We end up scanning it and your badge prints out.
And for the vaccine barcode, that's through CrowdPass.
Yes.
Let's see. Are scholarship recipients required to check in somewhere else separately besides general registration?
No, if you're option B awardee, you do not have to check in separately. There's nothing extra, but definitely make sure that you read the email that was sent to you yesterday.
Yeah, there's some information in there about specifically checking into the hotel. Option Bs.
Checkout time on the 12th is 11 a.m. Where do we place our luggage while at the conference?
When you can store your luggage with the bell stand.
Not a question, but a thank you to the conference's staff.
For joining us.
Have you all covered scholarship recipients and hotel check-ins?
We're not going to do that on this call. We're going to have a separate communication with scholarship recipients.
Which areas are accessible to non-registered guests? For example, the exhibit hall.
It is not accessible. None of the conference areas are accessible. You must be registered for the conference.
Will there be early check-in available?
Early check-in at the hotel?
You just said early check-in available. They don't clarify that.
Okay. Well, if you're talking about early check-in at the hotel, as far as your hotel room, you can always try to check in earlier. If they have the room available, they'll check you in. But as far as registration, we open at noon on the Monday.
What accommodations will be made if the plenaries are full and food is served?
Food is not served at the plenaries. But go ahead, Tara.
Oh yeah, so we have enough seating in that plenary ballroom to fit everyone that's registered. So that shouldn't be an issue. And for the meals, we will have enough meals available. I will say that it's, don't expect to come at the, after an hour after it's been, the meal has started, and expect to get something, because when we do run out, we do run out. So please attend at the established meal times.
Will the barcode be in the app?
Which barcode?
I'm assuming they made the registration one.
No, so the registration barcode is an individual code. The barcode is connected to your name and your email. So it has no association with the app. It will only come from your email. It will be sent to your email prior to the conference.
How long can hotel hold our luggage?
Well, I believe that they can hold it, within the 24-hour period. I know they're used to people having late flights. I know there are a lot of red eyes out of Vegas, so I think that they can hold it for a certain amount of time within the 24-hour period. But, you know, we'll confirm that with you. We'll ask the hotel and put that up in our FAQ.
Is there any voluntary work to do as appreciation of the scholarship that we received?
Oh, that is so sweet. So no, it's no volunteer work. We'll have volunteers there working. No, you were awarded this experience, and we are giving you the whole conference to take advantage of.
How many attendees are there this year?
So as of now, a little over 1,200.
Let's see.
While you're
I think that
questions, yeah, I want to just explain also that, you know, it's, you know, Vegas hotels are large, so make sure to bring some comfortable walking shoes. But I also want to explain the meeting space within the hotel. So the meeting space is accessible through all the towers, but the meeting space is pretty much between towers. It's closer to the Chelsea side and towards the middle of the hotel. So we are not on, the meeting space is not on the street side. So the closer you get to the check-in desk in Chelsea Tower, that's where the meeting space is located.
we had a question. I just want to clarify to everyone that the My Schedule feature in the app is for you to set up your own schedule. There's no assigned schedule for anyone. You can use that to pick and choose which workshops you want to attend. Will accommodations be made for folks with mobility issues?
Yes, if you need, for example, in entering the workshops or entering the plenaries, for the plenaries, definitely, if you need to enter before, of course, before the crowds come, we will let people into the room earlier. If there are any other accessibility issues, please let us know so that we can plan in advance, so that we can fully accommodate you.
And again, at the moment, we have no further questions.
All right, well, if nothing comes up, then thank you so much for staying through the webinar. We hope to see you soon. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll see you there.
Bye.
All right, bye.